So how goes it? And I'm Drew, and today we're gonna talk about, well, hold up. This is my buddy, Nico.
Hello.
We're gonna talk about something that's kind of interesting because him and I have debated this issue back and forth since it started. And it's been a fun one because we're both open-minded to each other's opinion. So I figured we would share this with you guys, and that's really in regards to what happened in regards to Jesse Smollett or however you want to say his last name. Omelette. And what happened to him. And my original understanding of it is when I first heard it was he got beat up. It was a hate crime, and it was also motivated on the fact that he was identifies as being gay or homosexual. And that's when you and I began the debate because I remember your Facebook where you're like, oh, I feel so, and...
Yeah, because it's like...
Camera, that way.
Right. I know where my directions are. When it came to like something like that, it was so like... It was close to me because like, I am a queer person of color, and I am like also gender non-conforming in some cases, so I identify as gender fluid.
I was probably one of the first people that knows you and you communicate with regularly, both on social media and in private, that was like, dude, I don't think this is right. And you were like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I don't think it happened. Mm-hmm. In the constance that they said. Remember what I said was, I think it was a mugging that got repurposed. Yeah. Like he got mugged, and that's probably what really happened, was he got mugged in the middle of the night. Yeah. And, he felt embarrassed, he got up, which explains why he delayed in doing it, and he called his agent about it because he realized while he was mugged he lost an ID card or whatever, something of value. Oh God, yeah. And his agent's like, dude, we could spin this so bad to save your career right now. You just got victimized. You're gay, you're this, and this. And you were like, dude, you're stupid. You're stupid. Like, don't. Yeah, and I felt bad for bringing it to you, but you were at least real about it. And you're like, you're stupid, like, but then...
Because when I first saw, like, the first time that it happened, I was like, oh, shit, this is... Because it was like, what? Already, like, the beginning of this... Last week of January, going into February of 2019, and I was like, people are still fucking doing this shit. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but at the same time...
An event that, remember, we talked about there, the things that get checked in a thing, and how they check... This seemed to check every box. Mm-hmm. It was like, okay, he had the... He's gay crime against him, right? He got beat up for that. Oh, and he's famous and open, so he gets beat up plus for that. Right? And then you have the, I'm on a TV show or whatever, and I hate the president. Oh, there's that one, a plus, right? Yep. So everybody's like, okay, what happened? Yeah. It just seemed like too many things were just lining up. The people that victimized them were white, which we'll get to that. That was funny, right? What that ended up actually being. And... Right, sorry about that. No. We're just going to go right into that. They ended up being people he hired. And of all people you choose to hire to commit, to stage a crime against you, for all whatever purposes it was,
2 Nigerians.
Yeah, so that was like, wait a second. Right? Like, wait.
Yep, I'm just like...
So let me ask you a question. Is it wrong to say he made a racial comment against them because he said the people who attacked him were wearing balaclavas?
Wait, what?
Remember, he said originally in his report they were wearing ski masks that were covering them entirely. That's why he couldn't identify. But he said that they were white.
He said that they were white, yeah. And I'm just like, everything just comes full circle when you see all this shit. And it's just like... Why?
So now that we've spun that whole situation now, what do you think about it all now? Like, do you think it's a hoax? Do you think he staged this? Do you also think the other narrative is that Chicago police and have created a conspiracy to hide the fact that they're so incompetent they can't solve a simple crime like this? Right. Do you think that narrative is possible?
Honestly, at this point, since from what I've seen on all the articles that happened, like when you brought up that it was a hoax, I was like, okay, I'm hearing things from this person, I'm hearing things from that person. In all actuality, I don't want to hear all these bullshit rumors. I just want to know the truth. And, you know, even if it was hoaxed, like I was telling him earlier via text, I was like, I'm not mad at him, I'm just disappointed because...
Like, what do you think now with everything? Like, what is your honest thought? Do you think, not what you want to believe, because we all want to believe that, sadly, that's what makes this relevant now and makes it really hard, is we all want to believe for his sake it happened.
Yeah.
Which is sad. We don't want to believe that there was a hate crime that was committed. For his sake, somebody who has that much, you know, he's an actor, a singer, he had this kind of platform.
He has this much fame
and you know, do you really now want to just stereotype all those people as they will do anything to keep their fame?
Because it's like from what I'm seeing from that, is that it's not pushing, not only just for sympathy, it's also pushing a lot of ignorance, which a lot of people, even those who do think that he was in the right and needed like justice for him, they can go about it being like blind with so much ignorance that they're not focusing on what the actual like situation is like. They just want to like immediately want justice for him, because after we just heard about like the whole thing with Jussie, it's just like, okay, what the fuck is going on right now in the whole world? Because the beginning of 2019 is looking, I don't even know. I can't even